Have you ever heard of seed snails? I hadn't. No, it's not a seed you plant that grows snails, although that would be nice. It is a way of starting seeds in a rolled up strip of material.
Yummy.
And today I will show you how. Welcome to Finding Joy in the Garden. You will need supplies. A container. That's a funny looking container, you say? Yes, it is. This is a strip of plastic that I will be using as my container today. You can also use bubble wrap, foam, wax paper, cardboard. There are many different materials you can use, but I prefer to use plastic because the roots will not grow through the plastic. A label, a marker. I use a permanent marker or a paint pen, rubber bands or strings to tie the seed snail, a spray bottle, seeds, and soil. I have pre-moistened the soil. You do not want to work with dry soil, one, because seeds prefer the soil to be moist, and also because this soil will not be very malleable. It'll be hard to roll it up if it is dry. The strip of fabric I'm working with measures about 20 centimeters by 60 centimeters. No, I did not measure it before I cut it. I just eyeballed it, but I thought you would like to know what the measurement was if you were trying to do this for yourself. So I'm going to cover it all with soil from one end to the other, but I will leave a little space here because when I roll it up, it does tend to move the soil in that direction. So this does get messy. Okay, that's enough. I was having more fun than was needed playing in the soil. Let's roll this baby up. There you go. Now I said it was messy. I wasn't lying. So next I'm going to put it in something to hold it. So as you can see, this doesn't have a bottom, so I'm going to put it in a container to hold it together. Just like that. And don't let go of it yet because you need to tie it. And stay tuned to the end because I will be showing you the seed snail I started about a week or a week and a half ago. And that one I secured with a piece of yarn. But this one here, we're going to do it with rubber bands because it's way easier. So there goes one rubber band. I'm going to keep it at the top. And a second rubber band for the bottom. You can use one, but I'm just trying to be secure. Now you can see there's some space at the top here. So I'm going to fill that with soil, but still leaving this visible. So there's a little bit more filled. Let me get some of this soil out the way. Prettier. Now we can plant some seeds. Today I'll be planting two different seeds, the Peruviana zinnia and the Bambino marigold. I think I'll do the marigolds in the middle and the zinnias on the outside. Of course, you don't have to plant two varieties in one seed snail. You can simply plant just one type of tomato or one type of pepper or whatever you're planting in the seed snail. I'm just extra. So these are the marigold seeds, and I'll be putting them in the middle. Marigold seeds do not like to be planted deep. Don't ask me how I know. It says 1/8 of an inch on the packet. I like to just barely bury them. So I will be laying them out and then I will push them in later with a Sharpie. Now for the zinnias. There you go. Here go the seeds. And these should be planted 1/4 of an inch deep. Now, the great thing about the seed snails is that they save a lot of space. You can get quite a few plants going in this one little container. So if you don't have a lot of growing space, this might be the method for you. This works really well for indoor seed starting, but that's not the only way to start seeds, and I will show you at the end how I intend to start these seeds, not indoors, but outdoors. Yes, it's still winter, but these babies will be going outside. Now, because I planted two different plants in here, I need to be sure to label them. So I have Peruvian zinnia and Bambino marigold, and this is where, right here, where my zinnia ends. So I'm just going to put this label here, right here to mark it. Now, the other way you can do it, which actually might be the way I do it, is I can just mark with the marker right here. And that tells me where one plant ends and the other starts. And I will be putting this marker on the side, right there, to be held by the, let me turn it so you can see, by the rubber band, okay? Now the seeds are all tucked in, and I'm going to show you one of the ways you can get these seeds to grow without using grow lights, without growing them in your house, and that is winter sowing. Now this is not the proper way to winter sow, but I don't grow any of my plants inside my house, so I always try to find a new way to do it outside. So with this one, I am just going to cover it with a cloche right there, and this is from the Dollar Tree. This one is $1.25. The bell cloche, and this bottom is also from the Dollar Tree. Now, if you're going to use this, remember this does not have holes at the bottom, so you're going to have collection of water in here. So if you want to do something like this, you might want to get something that has holes at the bottom so that when it rains, it doesn't flood your seed snail. So this is one way to do it, and I'll show you the second way to do it, which is the way I did it last week. Let me show you the results. Now this here is a seed snail I started a week or a week and a half ago, and in it I have basils, and this is the other way I was telling you about that you can start it. So I made the seed snail just like I did this one. This one I used rope, so you can see it's some yarn to tie it, but then I covered it with this freezer bag, and that was like the mini greenhouse. So here's the freezer bag, and I cut a hole. You can see that at the top, and covered it, so that gave it some warmth. And you can see the basil seeds have germinated. This was all outside. Now, if I had put this under grow lights, it would have grown much bigger than this, but this was growing outside in the winter. So give it some time, it'll catch up. And I have 3 different types of basil. This is the purple bulb basil, some Greek basil, and spicy glow basil. Aren't they pretty? Subscribe. I will be showing you updates on this container as well as the one we did today, so you get to watch these things grow and see how they do. And let me know in the comments, have you ever tried seed snails? Have you ever heard of it? Is it something you would like to try? If you've ever tried it before, let me know your results in the comment section. If you do them differently than I did, let us know. If there's something you learned from trying it, let us know in the comment section. I hope this was helpful for you. Like the video if you liked the video. If you would like to learn more about winter sowing, I will leave a video here as well as a playlist chock full of videos to help you in your winter sowing adventure. Thank you for joining me in the garden in my home today. And until next time, may you always find joy in your garden and your life. Bye, garden friend.